One of the key challenges facing any learning development department, whether they're internal or external, is actually making your content engaging. Now, particularly with internal L&D, you do have the option of forcing users to take your content, but this shouldn't be seen as an excuse to make the content less engaging. If you want a positive message and if you want positive effect from the training, you have just as much obligation as an external learning provider to make sure that the content is something the user actually wish to take and wish to engage in. There's a few key ways you can work with this. The primary way is making sure the content is bite-sized, making sure it's easy to use, it's short. You don't want it to be a mammoth 4-hour-long session because, to be honest, a lot of people don't have that sort of time. Now, you can cover quite a lot of topics, but break them up into 2 or 3 minute sessions or 2 or 3 minute videos, and then have the learners take a multitude of them. And then when they have time and they've got some free time or a lunch break and they want to do some, they can work through 2 or 3 of these pieces of training without it being a laborious chore. The other side to get away from the more traditional content offerings is to make content more interactive. Now, there's a variety of ways you can do this. Primarily, it depends on what software you're using to generate the content. So 2 of the most common pieces of software for generating interactive content are a series of plugins known as H5P, and these contain a multitude of activities like game-based activities, interactive videos, advanced presentations that are like PowerPoint with interactivity. There are timelines and date grids and various ways of using your content. Now, the key thing with everything in the H5P library is it's designed to be short, sharp pieces of content that you can then string together into a large learning path and make more interactive for your learners. The other way of making interactive learning that's very common is to use SCORM packages. Now, SCORM is an acronym, but it basically stands for a standard way of delivering learning. And there's a multitude of different software groups out there that can make SCORM packages. And really, for our purposes, it doesn't matter which one you use, it just matters that you use one of them. Now, the best advice on SCORM packages, follows through from any type of learning, is make sure they're relatively short, make sure they're engaging, make sure that you're utilising the graphics, the images, the sound that you can use in a SCORM package. And we don't want a SCORM package to just be a PowerPoint. That's of no value, it doesn't actually serve for engagement. What we want is the SCORM package to be more in-depth, to have lots of calls to action and user activities to work through, and also to make the most of the multimedia capabilities. So you can use videos in SCORM packages, you can have an audio voiceover, you can play clips, you can do all sorts of things that can actually help the user to engage. Now, the key thing is to not look at any one of these solutions in isolation. You need to look at them as a multifaceted approach to learning, and really understand your target audience, understand how technical they are, how they like to consume their content, whether they're digital natives, whether there's any speech and language issues, whether there's any accessibility issues, and make sure that you're adapting your content for those groups. So for instance, if you have large issues with language apprehension, and you're trying to make sure that you don't scare off your users when they approach something that might not be in their primary language, then make sure you use simple words for things, make sure you don't use too many technical terms, and make sure that there's an audio voiceover and pictures to illustrate the point as well, so if someone's missing a word, they might be able to understand it by the context. That's just one example of how you can accommodate a certain group of users, but the key thing with engagement is it isn't a one-size-fits-all proposition, and you need to really understand your user group and understand what they need out of your learning to properly deliver engaging content.